Bravoland Uncorked.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Bravoland Uncorked.
It's a little breezy.
Yeah, there's a storm of brewing, just like on the Real Housewives of OC. I mean, they had a grand old time, and it shows by how old and busted conversations they have. Just saying. This is us,
Brianna,
Tori, Sherry,
Angela.
and the Shuck and Shack.
and the storm.
Yes. Thunder.
It's actually giving us a little bit of heat relief, so it's
terrible.
kind of nice. Just bear with us, because we need heat relief, because like the old ladies from RHOC. So, all right.
Just like Gina said, we're really quick with this one because everybody knows we got doctor's appointments to get to.
Well, Sherry and Brianna don't want to get caught in the rain, and they're white.
That's true too.
Oh,
We don't need
but-
a wet t-shirt contest.
But maybe they want a cheeseburger of paradise. No, wait, hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Tamara was showing that hair out of her little diaper. Oh my
Yes.
God, I was dying laughing when she came out like that.
God,
So funny.
that was very funny.
She never disappoints with some humor, but what do y'all think about her and Heather's behind the scenes, the Tamara talk, and then the Heather
Tamara
Tamara
talk.
conversation? Because it wasn't a fight.
I feel like she treats Tamara with kid gloves, like for real. And yes, she does hold her accountable sometimes, but not all the time. And like to Jen's point, like when is enough for Heather to be like, hang on, let me take a pause on this friendship, because she was real quick this episode to be like, hang on, let me take a pause on Jen's friendship because you went right back and told Tamara everything I said. So time with the Heather Tamara situation. I just don't know how I feel about it. Like, are they good friends? Are they not good friends?
Well, they have to be for the show.
Right.
But it's definitely a Heather, Jen, Tamara situation. And I don't know, Jen is saying like she's trying to like help and fix things. I feel like she's got to know what she's doing.
1,000%.
She's creating messes.
Yeah.
Definitely it's a relevance thing, but I think the thing with Heather, which makes it unique in my opinion, is she is very calculated in the fact that she knows when cameras are rolling and when
Yes.
they're not rolling. And so she's kind of blaming it when the cameras are rolling. Well, stop asking me questions about Tamara and I will be talking about her. But behind the scenes, everybody's saying, well, everybody but Tamara was invited at the reunion, and Heather was the spearhead of the Tamara bad talk. So I think Heather knows what she's doing.
So that was one of my hot takes.
Oh, nice.
Is about Heather.
Yes.
Heather's talking about people, but talking about people. And I feel like, remember when she texted Vicki and said, welcome back? It's like she's trying to be the queen of the OC and all of this kind of stuff. But what she's giving me is hall monitor energy. She wants to tell everybody what to do, but she's not going to do it. She's like above everything. You know, she's like, I put everybody in their own box. So she is just like total hall monitor. She's like, oh, you did this wrong. You shouldn't do this. You should whatever, blah, blah, blah. And manipulating it to her advantage 1,000%.
I feel like that's her personality in a nutshell.
But every confessional is about people talking about people. So she's like, I don't talk about people.
Yeah.
And everybody's in their own box. So you are putting people in boxes.
Yeah.
And then she'll turn around and say, I don't box people up. I'm like, I can't follow this.
I box people out.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right? We
Just
should get her a sash.
really fast when she's talking about Vicki and Heather, when Heather's texting her and she goes, I cannot believe that Vicki said that. She says, I'm the leader of this pack.
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's funny. But I do think Vicki's attitude is going to get her in trouble this season with her, like, I'm the OG of the OC. And there's other things that you wanted to bring up later in the conversation with
And-
the old lady dinner.
Yes, but I do think we can say whatever we want about Vicki on here because she made it clear that she does not like podcasts.
Right. Conversation.
I mean, these people not work.
And
What do
we
they
were-
do?
And then what about, so this whole Heather thing is like irking me, because we already said last episode that could possibly be the villain of the season.
Yeah.
But what about the whole speech, like on this whole hall monitor thing, like the speech she gave at the birthday party about trying to tell people like we're all older and we're hormones and we like all this kind of stuff,
And
like
we're wiser.
and this and that. And I'm like, cool. Why are you woman-splaining these people? You don't think that?
Right.
I was like, I mean, it was very much like seriously, like she was like, let's go over this. We're older. Like, I mean, I was just like, she was talking down.
Did ask the old people at the table to give advice.
Yeah.
So that's what she was doing.
Right.
I guess for me personally, the overarching of all the things together from the episode, I was just like,
I do think it's interesting how Tamara
Bless
has,
you.
has taken a little bit of like, I'm going to soak it all in,
Yes.
chew this up for a minute and see what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think she would have reacted a lot differently, but I don't think she's wrong in the fact that she's seeing what Heather's doing and she knows that other people are seeing what Heather's doing. And so she's like, and everybody's getting sick of it. So
Yep.
I do think it's good that she's
Yeah.
taking a pause.
I
Yeah.
think so too. And, I think it's great that she also forgot her pants.
that was so
Showed
funny.
up in a diaper.
No, but I mean, the gray pubes hanging out the side of the diaper, that was it for me. I literally lost my shit. That was so funny.
That is
So
funny.
I have a question. Given that was also a theme for the summer house party, is that like a new thing? Are we going to start seeing a lot of old people parties? And
I
we
thought-
have one?
I thought the same thing, and I was like, did they steal that, or did she really come
Right.
up with that herself? Like, I don't
Yeah. Well, she said she got the idea because she always gives Emily shit for being,
old. Shannon and
Like,
Vicki are both,
like 60 something.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
64, 65.
Wow.
Yeah. But I just thought that maybe Heather was giving advice to Sherry because it's also Sherry's birthday this year.
Yes, it was Sherry's 50th this week. Let's
I have to say, Sherry and Emily make 50 look damn good.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Aww.
Looking spectacular.
Yes.
Yes. Am loving Carmela.
I was just going to bring her up. I thought her and Shannon shopping was very odd.
It was
So
so
weird.
weird. I don't even know your last name. I was like, cool.
And not only that, she was like, were you working at the time? And she was like, yes, naked in a magazine.
Yeah.
Can we just stop at yes?
Yeah, sure was.
Sure
She-
was working.
Because
She does have an interesting background.
I thought so too. And then she's with her kids. I find that I was like, okay, it left me wanting more. I
Actually,
want to know
no,
more about
yeah, her
her
with
and the
her kids.
dynamic and with her ex-husband. Because
It's
remember,
rich.
we talked about in the first episode that they just glossed over her.
Yes.
So now finally we're getting to.
And that is the one part of the episode where Vicki really bothered me because she's talking about her kids and her situation. And I actually think it's wonderful. Like they figure out a way to co-parent and a way that works for them. And she's like, that's too much dysfunction. It's matter. Let's not judge people's parenting.
But also coming from somebody who doesn't have a stellar reputation
Yes.
with relationships. I did find it interesting that somebody that looks like Carmela has a history of.
That is such a good point. Yeah.
And
Right.
the other thing that I find interesting is
that's back-to-back children bearing.
dude,
they're all
Yeah.
one
and she still looks like that. Her body is insane.
Yeah.
Like, did she have to have work done to get it back to that,
Or did she borrow Camille Grammer's surrogate?
that is quite
Yeah.
possible.
It is quite possible.
No, she did.
If I could say one thing to her, I would say I agree. You should have slept with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I agree. That was a
Yes.
hilarious story. Yes. I thought
Lose
that was
yourself,
so
girl.
funny.
Lose
Yes.
yourself.
Yeah.
How do you listen to lose yourself and you don't lose yourself
Right.
in that?
Right?
I mean,
Right.
it was kind of setting it up, it sounds like.
I mean, I love it. She was like, my husband's playing for the Cincinnati Browns.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I'm up there wasted on the Jumbotron. And he's like, maybe you should calm down. She's like, I'm puking over here.
She's very open.
That's what I'm
I
saying. Like,
like
that's why it's really refreshing to see someone that's like able to admit their faults and admit that they're not perfect and they're not on this reality TV show because my life is perfectly in order and I
Yeah.
have this fancy pants. It's nice to see someone that actually can be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I fucked up in my 20s. I made some bad decisions. Like, I got married too young. This
And-
is why we're getting divorced, blah, blah, blah.
And I appreciate how she was like, I'm trying to teach these kids the value of the dollar.
Yeah.
Like, you can't,
Yes.
I'm not just going to keep giving you. I mean, I feel like I'm living that right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, my daughter, for our last trivia night, did the answer key and all of that stuff, right? I paid her for it. The day, like, she was going out with friends and I paid her for it. She comes home with 3 shirts. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, it's like, just goes right
Burns
through
a hole.
her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God. So I appreciated seeing that dynamic and that conversation.
Well, but how about her daughter saying, she was like, I can't deal with this Apple Cash anymore. She's like, I only get $200 a month. She was like, a bitch spends $200 a month on lashes alone. I was like,
Wow. She's like, oh, my credit card
$200 a
back.
month on lashes? Like, what are you doing over there, girl?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is. I think that in general, the financial stuff with kids, I've heard you talk about this, about how kids are spending so much money on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And I've been dealing it this summer, going to tennis camp and then just buying stuff at the snack shack and putting it on our account
Yeah.
with no like
Brevard
whatever.
to
Yeah.
Like, I'll take the
comes-
orange snacks
Oh,
to this.
well, they've been buying like Cokes for
That's
the
it.
stickers.
Yep. For the stickers.
And another friend of ours said that they bought like 2 or 3 Cokes just for the stickers, didn't even drink
Drink
the
'em.
Coke. They just threw it away. And by the way, the Coke is not a standard Coke price. It's
Yeah.
like $3 or $4 a
Yeah,
Coke.
no, it's like
So
$4.99.
Emma came home with 6 of them in her backpack.
Oh my
So
gosh.
those are all in our fridge right now, but it was just for the stickers. So
Are you-
Coke, you're genius, but
waterboarder with the Cokes.
you a lesson. There we go. So nobody like Coke. Why are you buying this?
That is so funny. Well, I'll drink her Cokes.
There
don't
we
worry.
go.
I'll
There we
drink.
go.
Yeah, because I can't keep Cokes in my fucking house to save
Ju-
my life.
Just to go back to the OC, they're coming for you.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming for
I
you.
do think it's interesting that Jen had to make nice with Heather.
Yes.
Heather, you know, like she's the queen bee. I know this wrath is coming. I better calm it down.
Yeah.
I better win her over.
Well, because doesn't
It got squashed quick.
Heather said to her at the end of the old lady party where she was like, "This is not gonna." She didn't say it wasn't gonna end well for you, but she definitely was like, "You can't keep doing this because it's gonna come back onto you." And
Right.
blah blah whatever. She was, I mean, kind of threatening her
Yeah, but
basically.
her
Like,
threat.
shut it down.
Yeah, her threat was like, you can't keep having conversations with people, asking a million questions, and then twisting the conversation to make it seem like I'm sitting here talking shit about my friend when that's
Because
not
Jen
what
was
happened.
peppering her.
Dude, she was
She
she
was.
literally
I
was
was like,
asking
was
her
she at the
50
police
million
station?
questions, right? She was being
I was
interrogated.
like, and what? And what? I mean, I thought it was
Yeah.
like a 5-year-old that goes, and why? And when? And how?
Exactly.
Right.
But then she goes to Tamara and instantly twists how it down.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, Heather said this. And Heather said she puts you in a box. And Heather said she compartmentalizes her friendship. And you need to watch out. Heather talks shit about you behind your back. And it's like,
Okay, so
would you and Heather even have that conversation if you
No.
didn't ask her 50,000
Yeah.
questions
No,
about
not at
Tamara?
all.
and then so in the OC now, we're lighter. We're in an era, and people are being put in a box.
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody's in their era.
I
But
will
Tamara's
in the
box
box.
has diamonds.
Yeah, she asked for a bow, which gave me PTSD from Heather.
bow, yeah.
Heather
Heather's
DeBro's
bow
bow on her bow.
I thought for sure she's going to bring that up because they've been
Yep.
kind of doing like flashbacks
Yeah.
and things, which I think is funny.
I thought so too.
But I also did appreciate when Heather said essentially what I've said many times, like, you're telling me how I need to behave with you. And I've always said, people tell you who they are. You just have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to believe when they tell you.
We're
who they
gonna put
are, when
those
they
on
show you.
cocktail
Yeah, they tell
napkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom from Sherry Sussman.
You got to let people up in their own door.
I think that Shane might be my favorite housewife husband.
I agree.
He is so funny. His one-liners. He and Emily are actually really funny together. When they're doing the photo shoot and the guy brings in a box and she's like,
Is that for him
is
to stand on?
that for him to stand on? Right. And then he's like, is that potty shaming? It's like very,
And what was
funny.
the other thing about? She goes, you know, Tamara wants thank you
Yes.
for the podcast day. And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just get her a card. And she's like, what? And that's like laying down. And goes, how do you think we've got through this marriage?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, that was funny.
No, they have a really cute dynamic.
Mhm.
I've actually always liked them as a couple. And can I just say, Emily, you look bad this season. Oh, my Lord. She is
but
looking
bad, you mean
fantastic.
good.
Yeah,
Just to
Yes.
clarify.
correct. And
You
that,
see
I
this-
mean, right. And that I mean the best way. When she walked into that old lady dinner and she couldn't find them and like the spotlight was on her, I was just like, oh my God, she looks so freaking good. Like,
Well,
And then Tamara
you
did
and Tamara both. Because
Yeah.
Tamara said it twice. And I was like, oh, she got a little crush.
Because
Yeah.
they were going back and forth about the podcast thing. And then Tamara was like, you're right. And she's like, but I just have to tell you, she was like fucking amazing.
yeah,
Well,
look fucking incredible.
Yeah, I do like how they squashed all the beef from the reunion. I feel like that's done with. So
Yeah.
now we got new shit to look forward to for the rest of the season.
I'm like, Sherry, have you even seen the Housewives before? Because you know that shit ain't squashed. Just because they squashed it means it's coming back up 10 more times.
yeah, when there's another issue.
Right, exactly.
Well, and we haven't really talked about
The truck going
the
by? It's going to have our ginger beer.
Shannon at all this episode, but again, she is like comic relief, but with physical comedy in that bouncy
the
class.
bungee class? Oh my God, I
And the
was dying.
compilation of her falling.
Yes,
Oh,
that's one of the funniest things. I counted it. I was like, she fell 4 times. And it's like slow mo. She's like,
She's gonna get brittle
Yeah, she's
bones
gonna get-
eventually, so she probably should work out and become more stable.
yes.
Well,
That
Gina
probably
said
isn't a
just
joke.
wear a bungee all the time. Well, I want to see her and Luann together in a bush.
My God, I know, right? I was actually thinking that because I was filming up with my questions for our trivia event August 11th at the Chuck and Shack. When I was coming up with my questions, how do I make this a question about Luann falling in the bush? And then I was like, what? Then there's the pirate.
We've been talking about Ultimate Girls Trip. They go to Kyle's white party, and Luann is the performer with bushes as backup dancers. She comes in on a zip line thing.
That's funny.
Oh, dear
so
God. One other thing that I thought was super funny was at the old lady party, how Vicki looked exactly like from Mama's Family.
Oh,
my
Bella.
God.
Yeah.
It
Oh my
was
God.
so- I was like, holy shit. I thought
that was a good call out from
She looks
what's
right
her
out of
name,
Mama's
Kennedy?
Family.
Yeah.
I was like,
Shannon.
Yes,
it
yes.
was- yeah. I was like, does she just come from a funeral?
Right.
That
But,
was
Yeah,
so
that Vicki and the actress is Vicki in real life too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, they match each other.
And also, shade are kind of funny when one of the ones working at the bar where the bingo was trying to bring the walker over, and he's like, I keep forgetting.
Multiple partners.
Oh my God. Yes.
And then they cut
They
to the clip.
flashback.
She's like,
No, I thought that was funny how
Great.
they did that a lot.
That was
The
great.
multiple, the flashbacks, all the
Yeah.
scenes.
And they talk about, like, does anyone need it? When everyone goes for that easy joke. But then, Tamara talking about her daughter moving out, she's very attached and emotional about that. And it's like, oh, Tamara does have a heart. Like, she is.
Well, I think that's probably a little bit more pressing for her too, because she has other children that she's not as
Yep.
close to. So
and she was distanced from them for
a long time.
years.
Years,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that hits so hard.
Yeah. It's hard to watch. I was talking to a mom yesterday. Her daughter just left for college, and she's like, I realize I need more than she needs me, but I feel like that means I did a good job
Yeah.
because I
Aw, I
raised
like
her where
that.
she's out in the world doing her thing and
Yeah.
independent.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
That'll be
Look
on
at
your
that.
cocktail napkin.
There
Right?
we go.
There we go.
I'm still looking for my cocktail napkin.
But all in all, I would say this episode a little better than last episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still, like, people are saying it's kind of boring, but it does take time. And we got a new housewife we've got to meet, and I know that she and Vicki are going to have some words.
I think Vicky's attitude's getting her in trouble.
Yes.
But this is tracking for the age of these women. It's a slow start. But they get going.
Yes.
Let's go.
The one thing that before we wrap up, I forgot to mention was how interesting was Vicki telling the story about how she ran into Dawn.
I know she pushed Michael away
Right.
and grabbed him by the face and was like, I just hope you're happy.
I'm sorry I divorced you.
Right?
Yeah.
Michael's just standing right next to her, she said, and he was like, hi, I'm Michael, Vicki's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
Weird.
It's
She's bizarre, dude.
Interesting story, interesting situation. I heard her hear about it from Michael in the car, and I'm like, yeah, I would think so.
and you say, I'm sorry I divorced
And
you
now
in front
I'm
of your
divorced like
boyfriend?
16 years
That's
ago.
it.
Yeah, dude, it's
Crazy.
been forever.
Her love tank was empty.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
All right.
That's
Right.
why
All right.
we switched to
Well,
electric.
I am looking forward to it ramping up like the wheelchair ramp of these old ladies and getting to know the new chick better because I feel like she's an onion with layers that we have not yet peeled back. And I can't wait because I love onions. So
There we go.
All
Cheers
right,
up.
let's cheers to heading into a great weekend and not falling like Shannon.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
Stay on your feet, ladies.
at least
Stay
not
on your
4 feet.
times.
Cheers.
Cheers. See you guys.
Bye. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, and see us at Chuck and Shack 811. Let's go. Trivia.